Today we're going to make Matcha Red Bean Mochi. This stretchy mochi is so delicious and surprisingly easy to make. Let's get started. In a large bowl, combine the glutinous rice flour, sifted cornstarch and matcha powder. You can skip the sifting if you want to. I did it because cornstarch and matcha powder tend to clump up in storage containers. And sugar. Mix well. Pour in the milk and mix until all well combined. Add the oil and mix until all well incorporated. Grease the dish. Pour the mixture through a strainer into the dish. This will give you an even smoother mixture, but you can skip it if you think it's not necessary. Steam for 20 minutes. If you're steaming over the stove, you wait until the water is boiling and steam over medium heat. Now we'll prepare some cooked flour. Scoop 2 tablespoons of glutinous rice flour into a non-stick pan. Cook this on low heat. Keep stirring it until it turns very light yellow, about 10 minutes. You can also tell that the texture changes. This is what we're going to use to dust the mochi later. You may have seen that most people use raw cornstarch or glutinous rice flour when making mochi. But I don't quite like that, so I always cook my flour. If you don't mind eating raw flour, you can skip this part. Next, I'm going to get the red bean paste filling ready. I'm shaping them into small little balls. I made this red bean paste the day before. I'll provide the link to how to make this in the description below. You can also buy ready-made red bean paste from any Asian grocery store. These red bean balls each weigh about 20 grams. The cooked mochi dough is firm and a little yellow in the color. As soon as it's out from the steamer, mix it around with a spatula. This will also help to cool it down slightly. Transfer it onto a silicone mat. The dough is still quite warm and very sticky, so it will be easier to handle if you wear disposable gloves. Knead the dough until the oil is fully absorbed. You can do the window pane test to see if it's ready. When you stretch the dough, it becomes a thin film in the middle without breaking. Divide it into 10 portions. Tuck the dough around onto itself to form a smooth ball. Cover them with a piece of plastic wrap while we work on them one by one. Dust the surface with some of the cooked glutinous rice flour. Press it, roll it out, more on the edge so the dough is thinner around the edge. Wrap in the red bean ball. Gather the dough together. Once they're stuck together, keep pinching and slightly pulling it out. Now cut out the excess part. Dust it with cooked flour to prevent sticking and roll it around. And this is done. You don't have to cut off the excess part like I did. This is just what I do to prevent a thicker clump of dough at the bottom. Plus, by doing it this way, the mochi will look prettier because you can hardly see the folded part. But this is totally my personal preference. Mochi is best to serve on the same day. See how stretchy and smooth it is? If you're going to store them, it's better to store them in the freezer. When you're ready to eat them, just take them out and let it sit at room temperature for a few minutes. Thanks for watching.